Look at you.
What up, what up, what up, internet? Who you are, where you be, where you at, what you see. This is the Pop Cult Crew, your favorite podcast over these seven seas, and it's time for another One Piece check-in. I don't, I
I
don't
don't
know.
even know
I'm
what
being
song that
stupid.
is. What was
I was trying to
that?
sing the beginning of Oos.
The one.
Nah.
I don't even. I'm sure the mic can't pick up the high
I know the
note.
mic's not picking none of that up, but no, I'm one of your hosts, Mark M.F. Jones, and I'm joined by.
This is Niels D.R.Y. What
Yes,
up?
sir. Yes, sir. Look, we're gonna get into it. I love doing these nails, the One Piece check-ins. I love how. I'm just gonna hold on. Let me hold up. I love how this has become a cornerstone of the pop cult crew. You used to hate One Piece with a passion, and now we're doing check-ins. I love it. I just can't get enough of it. You got a One Piece jersey on. We're talking about theories. We're talking about memes. It's the best. It's the best experience I've ever had.
Brother, I'm surprised I don't own a straw hat yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real. Like, this love is real, bruh. And yeah, I think it's, dare I say, the hate I have for One Piece has completely gone to the love I have for One Piece. I think it was equal. So, for pop cult, for y'all who have just joined this journey and have literally only known me as the person obsessed with One Piece, just take that and then just go to the other side of the pendulum. That's how much of a hater of
Yeah.
One Piece I was. I was really good at it, Mark. I was a great hater
Oh,
of
there's
One
there's
Piece.
there's old episodes I go back to. You were really in rare form on our Pirates of the Caribbean episode. Like you were like One Piece is terrible and you're terrible and I never want to talk like
I gotta listen to that again. I'm sure I did. I think at that point I said Jack Sparrow or Johnny Depp is amazing because Jack Sparrow is like the only cool like pirate because it damn sure because One Piece has ruined pirates. I
Yo,
think I said that.
you said something along the lines I felt like that like Pirates was over in like 2 hours and One Piece is still going. Dog, there are multiple times in the past where you just like crap on One Piece and like I'm not trying to like make you feel bad. I love it. I love and you know what's funny? Your story is not a unique
It's not.
story.
I
It's
have
so
no Mark. I have no shame. I am one of several people in the Nakama now that just completely like were hating on it and then actually watched it, and now here we are. Like I
you
am one of many. My story is not unique.
the best thing about it is though it's like it's a known thing and it's like that's why One Piece fans are so like chill and it's such a good fandom because they don't even get mad when people say One Piece sucks. It's like all right, man, all right,
You
don't
clearly
worry, don't.
didn't watch it.
Yeah, you clearly like it's like we're not even gonna fight with you because you clearly haven't watched it because anyone it's like a thing now with One Piece fans. It's like anyone who says One Piece sucks has not watched it. So
Clearly
it's like
has
why
watched it.
even argue with them? They haven't watched the show because once they watch it, they're like, "This is amazing."
And they'll be like, no, I've seen about 10 episodes. I'm like, nah, bro.
Nah,
Nah, you know what we mean.
you know.
You know what we mean. Watch it. Get to 45 straight. Don't skip anything. Watch it. Every single watch the
Oh
openings.
man.
Don't skip a thing. And then tell me it sucks.
Oh man, but we're doing a One Piece check-in because a lot's happening. Some huge reveals in the manga. Just let the listeners know if you are not caught up, we're gonna spoil everything in the manga to what chapter 1037?
11:37. Yep.
Yeah, 1137. And so the anime right now is still on Egghead. So if you don't want to be spoiled, you've been warned. But
The
a
break is
lot
still
of big
going on, right? The anime break is still going on, right?
the break, but I think it's about to come back really soon. I think the
Cool,
break's going to be
cool.
over because Netflix. I was on Netflix the other day, and under One Piece, it was like returning soon or coming
Oh.
soon. So I guess we're going to get what that's going to be the second half of Egghead.
Yeah, so that's the Kuma backstory.
Woo, that's going to be good.
Have mercy, which includes the God Valley flashback.
Mm.
Sheesh.
Oh my gosh,
It's gonna
it's
be
going to be good.
ridiculous. And
We're gonna get the
then
Gorosei.
with the Gorosei,
Oh,
the giant robot, we're gonna get a lot, bro.
we're gonna get a lot. We're
It's
gonna get a
gonna
lot of
be
stuff.
a. It literally don't stop. It goes from Kuma backstory to the old heads
It's gonna be
up until
nice.
Elbath. Like that's yeah, it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot.
So that's coming back this year. The live action returns.
Yeah, at some point we still don't know
It's
when.
yeah, we don't know when, but it's gonna be this year. And the manga is ongoing. Right now. Are we? I think we're up for a break soon, or am I making that up?
We're making that up. We had a break.
Okay. Okay.
It's going now.
It's going now.
Yeah, we're full steam ahead.
Okay, but we're getting some big reveals. Some big things are happening. So we're just gonna get into it. And I mean, Nels, what do you think? What's going on? What do you have to say about the things that we're learning?
So I find Elbath a very interesting island. So let's talk about like Elbath for a second. When the crew, well, first the crew comes into the Lego place
Yeah,
and has to deal with
Indian in the cupboard. It's
yeah,
like
pretty yes. Yes, yes, sure. What a pull. Like there's a couple you could have did Honey, Why Did I Shrink the Kids, but you went idiot in the
straight
cupboard.
straight to the night.
So like and Harujin's like the new giant pirates
hmm
navigator, I forgot his name, but like he's a creep and
Oh,
really
he
has
he
issues.
he's got
Oh yeah,
problems,
bro.
dude.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
man, I thought Sanji was bad. At least like Sanji's like I don't even know how to explain it. He's like, "Oh, Nami, let me make you a sandwich. Let me make you this smoothie." And like Nami talks back. What's his name? The giant Hor
No,
Horojun
I
or
don't know the navigator's name.
okay.
It's like
But
Roto or
Nami's
something
like,
like that.
"Hey, you suck and I hate your guts." He's like, "Oh." He's
It's
like
like he's like whisper it. Like that gives him exactly what he needs.
Nami. He's like, "Step on me with your tiny feet." Just
Such a little tiny step on my finger right here. Just step on.
just step on it.
He's
Tell me
terrible,
that
bro.
I'm worthless. Tell me
Dog.
that I'm worthless.
He was walking around his crib with a full demon outfit and heels. You know what I'm saying?
It heals.
And heels.
Some real
That's
Rocky
that's
Horror
how we
Picture
met
stuff.
him. He done changed the entire the dog. He captures the crew and
He's
then
got
changes them
issues.
and puts them all in little
Ages
Elbath
of
outfits, including Nami. Just you know what I'm saying? This man is
yeah,
disgusting.
yeah.
He is disgusting.
Oh, let me just get these off.
Terrible.
Let
That's
me get
how
these.
we learn about Elbath.
Yeah, he's like,
It's our introduction.
let me take these tiny shoes off. Let me just take these tiny shoes.
Just a little, you know what I'm saying? Custom make. I'm sure there was some stuff he had to custom make because
Oh
there
my
wasn't anything
god.
there. Like, let
This
me get these
man,
goggles
this
for
man,
Zoro.
look, if there's anything One Piece fans know about, it's Robin and now Nami's endowments. This man had to make tiny bras.
Oh yeah, let me get the wire. He's
What a
sick.
creep! What a
He's
creep!
sick.
What a
He's sick, dude.
creep!
Anyways, so that's how we learn about Elbaf. But like I find Elbaf
Oh.
interesting, and like we should talk about Loki and
Mm-hmm.
all that. But I find Elbaf interesting because, bruh, all we hear about Elbaf is that it's a war-torn country. They call it Warland. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Dog, I was expecting like Marineford. Like we
Yeah.
just come in and it is war
Yeah.
everywhere. There were children playing. You know what I'm saying?
Playing, laughing.
Mark, when Shanks left Elbaf, just when he started to venture out of the shore of Elbaf, he did a divine departure on the beach. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, this is what Elbath is. We divine departure and off
Yeah.
rip. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And that's not it. Like there's
It's a
that's like the
thriving
old
place.
ways.
Yeah. It's a thriving place. Like you said, there's children learning. And what was it? Luffy did like Luffy does, he's ready to throw the ones at the drop of a hat. Didn't he hit a kid and the kid started crying and he's like, "Wait a
Yes.
minute, like this is the land. What? You're a giant. Like fight me."
He's like, come on. Everybody's like, Luffy's like, what's wrong with me?
he's
He's a giant.
he's a giant in the land of the warriors. And like, Luffy, that's a child. You just hit a child. He's like,
He had a
I don't
sword.
get
He
it.
was coming after me. I shoot the ones. Do you know what I've been doing for the past 3 years? I don't. You telling me he's a kid? I see somebody trying to kill me.
I think at this point, anyone, in anime, there's always the trope like, oh, I wanted to see how strong you are. You don't you can't do that with Luffy. At this point, like this is a man who like stone cold cocked Vivi in the face. like like the Princess of Alabaster was
To,
like, oh, you can get it too, Vivi.
to just to speak some truth to her. He could have used words to get
He
the
could
point
have used
across.
his words.
He
He
could
could
have
have,
used words.
hey, he could have did the traditional Tyler Perry, grab her by the shoulders. Like,
Just a little
listen to
shake.
me.
Just a little
Listen
shake.
to me, Vivi. He's a,
Nah. Oh,
the rest of the crew horrified. What are you doing? He's like, hey, she
and she
came
needed
at
it.
me, and
They follow this man.
but you know
They
what?
follow
You
him.
know what? Seeing how I forgot what episode it is, but seeing how Luffy grew up with Ace and Sabo and Garp, it makes sense. Like that's the only way he knows how to respond. I love you. Like that's the only
But
way
Ace and Sabo don't randomly hit women in the face. You know what I'm saying? What is it with Luffy that he doesn't understand? Maybe he's on the spectrum.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That might be it. That
Not
might
to go
be.
back, I forgot what episode it is, but when Garp shows up and he's like he hears Luffy and Ace talk about being pirates and he just starts like beating them. And then Saba's like, I think their grandfather might be a monster. And Garp's like, hey kid, you talking about being a pirate?
You can get it too.
He immediately in that moment he immediately like adopts Sabo and starts whooping his ass at the same time. No,
In one fell swoop.
you're my grandson now. I'm gonna
and,
oh man.
and we smiled when we read that. We're
Poor
like, oh.
Sabo. Poor Sabo. He was just there. He was just there. He
And his
was
immediate thought was monster.
monster.
He's a monster.
Oh man, I'm sorry, man. But back to Elbaf. Back to
Oh, what a good show. Anyways,
Elbaf.
so I just find all of it fascinating. It's not what I was expecting.
What were you
Um,
expecting? Oh yeah, you kind of touched on that, like
Marine
war
Ford.
torn.
I was
Yeah.
expecting I was expecting each tribe in Elbaf were fighting to the death, just like Little Garden. Like
Mm-hmm.
we got two captains, and they were fighting to the death every day,
Yeah.
and they just stopped to try it again. So I was like, oh, it must go down like that in every part of Elbaf.
Mm.
And so to see like, oh no, they're just a happy kingdom. I was like, nah, bruh, this is not what I was expecting. Don't get it twisted. I'm having a ball.
Yeah.
I am having a ball at
Yeah.
Elbath, but it's not what I was expecting the way that they were like leaning it up to it. So yeah,
Yeah.
it makes me even more curious about what's about to go down.
Yeah. It seems like all the giants are just like they're mad chill. It's like they kind of I don't know if this makes sense. It's like they kind of don't even know that they're giants. And it seems like in the world of One Piece, being a giant off the brick makes you like really strong.
Yeah.
It's like let's not get it twisted. Like people like Shanks can take out a giant probably very easily. Luffy could probably like take a, but
Let's
like
not put
being a
Shanks in the
giant,
conversation.
yeah. But
Just put
being a
Shanks
giant
right
is a
here.
big deal. Like even at
Hmm.
Enies lobby when those the two giants that Usopp met when once they joined the Straw Hats, it like turned the tides of the
It
battle.
was
You
a
know what I'm
wrap.
saying?
Hmm.
So, it, but they don't. It doesn't seem like they have any interest in like using that power or like. causing trouble or fighting even really. It's like they I feel like they harness the warrior spirit and they train or whatever, but they're just chilling. They're just like, hey, hey, it's a good time. We're learning. It's Elbath, but they're not like it's not like
Have
a
we
planet of Saiyans or something like that.
have we ever seen an island like that before in all of One Piece? And let me tell you the answer. The answer is no. And let me tell you why Elbath is special. They have already locked up their big bad. Luffy didn't have to beat up the big bad. Shanks took care of it already.
Yeah,
The big
yeah.
bad's locked up
That's
and they're
crazy.
living life.
That's crazy. It's Elbaf is Wano after they beat Kaido. It's like, oh, we finished. We're done. Thank you. We're already. That's crazy. I didn't even think of it like that. That's so right. The big bad is the arc is over.
The arc is
The Straw
over.
Hats are late to the party. Like usually, what Shanks did, that's usually their job.
Yes, yes, yes. Makes
That's
you think there's
crazy.
a whole nother row of islands that Shake just goes to with his crew saving the day. Like,
That's
yeah, man. I
wild.
think that's why. Oh, yeah. That's think about any other island. Does any other island sound like that? Maybe, maybe Water Seven. Maybe Water 7. Except there's this giant ass tidal wave that floods it every year. That's kind of fucked. Like that's
Yeah.
messed up. You know what I'm saying? So
And it seems like the people at Elbath are well educated. They have that huge library, that Jaguar. Oh, dog, we got to talk about Jaguar. The reunion of Robin and Jaguar, dog. Like, I don't know about you. I I have never the anime of One Piece has made me cry many a times. I admit I haven't
yes.
started reading the manga until later on. I haven't cried yet. I cried reading the reunion because, like, I don't know if it's like because I'm a father, but just Jack was like, "Bless you, Robin. Bless you for staying alive. Bless you for being alive." Like, I was just like, "Yo," and then those flashbacks of Robin leading up to that point. What little Robin contemplating suicide? I was just like, "Man, Oda, what are you
That messed
doing
me
to
up.
me? What
That
are you doing
that
to
it
me?"
was that and then she was like at the end she was like I'm waiting for you to tell me I did a good job staying alive. And he was
Oh,
like, "Yes, you did." And
yes,
like,
yes, you
"Yes."
crazy.
And that messed me up. That messed me up.
Dude, that
I'm pretty sure I teared up. I'm pretty sure I teared up. Robin's story can be over right now.
yeah,
Like she could be over right now, but you know what? She got to know why it was worth it.
yeah,
But honestly, all the books are there. She really could she could be like, y'all, I'm done. My surrogate dad. This is what my mom was fighting for.
yeah. And
Y'all figure the rest out.
talk me off the cliff, right? Any other anime, Jaguar being alive, people would be like, "Oh man, plot armor, blah blah blah."
Yeah.
Why why aren't we feeling that way with this?
I think some folks are. I think
Okay.
some folks are feeling some type of way because they're just like, what are we? They're seeing it for what it would be literally anywhere else. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
nah, dude, you were dead. And
Yeah.
you're telling me you never left the island to try to save Robin? You're telling me you moved all the books from somewhere that was in the West Blue and then took it all the way to
All over the
Elbaf
Elbaf.
and
Yeah.
then think about saving Robin. You saw she was with Croc. Go save her. Croc is a madman. You know what I'm saying? So like I think there's part of folks who see it just like that. And I think honestly, I think it was the flashback. Like I think it was the Robin. That's what because I was kind of like, man, how's this gonna be? Because like
Yeah.
Saul, like, come on, dude, like you were dead. You know what I'm saying?
He
Like,
did. The Colonel did.
but you want it so badly for Robin.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
want it for her. You know what I'm saying? So I
Because
think that's why.
Robin has found peace with the Straw Hats. Like, she found it. Like, Robin. Robin had her breakthrough therapy session when she said she wanted to live.
Yes,
Like that's yeah,
that
that
was
was it.
big.
She grew and she's been healing from that point. This is just like not only have I found a family, but everything that I used to love before my family is still here. The books of O'Hara, am I saying that right? O'Hara?
O'Hara.
O'Hara, the books are still here. So what we stood for as a people is still alive, and then my dad is still alive too. And it's just like
Like, yeah. And her life was hell.
yeah.
You want her, you want them to win. Because
Rob,
they've all of them have
she
gone through
had a
some
80
stuff.
80 million berry bounty when she was what, like 10? Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Dog, they called her Demon Child.
Demon child. The
Everywhere
only
she
reason
went, Demon Child.
the
Ugh.
only reason why she Crocodile just needed her. He didn't care about her, like, and she knew
Mm-mm.
it too. He just needed her, and like she was like, "Well, hey, this is gonna get me through the next whatever, you know. So
Yeah.
if I'm with Baroque works, at least hey, no one's gonna mess with me, you know. So good for Robin. Good for
Good
Robin.
for Robin. Good for Robin. Sheesh. Anyways, so Saul, but let's talk about Loki.
Yes, yes.
Loki, I have a question for you, Mark.
Hmm.
Do you think Loki's as bad? Do you think Loki did all the things they said he did? Do you think Loki is the bad guy?
So at first, I'm like thinking about Oda and how he writes. I'm like, oh, Loki isn't as bad as he says he is. Now, I think here's the thing though. I think Loki may be that guy. He did what he did, but there might be a underlying reason why he went through what he did and did what he did that is deeper than we're ever going to understand until we understand it. I don't think Loki is like just a villain. You know, I don't think he's just doing bad to be bad. I think there's a rhyme and a reason, but he's also like a practical person because when we'll get into it, but when we have those two visitors that visit Loki and the wolf or whatever that they grab and it's like, give us what we want or we're gonna kill this animal, and Loki's just like he says something like I don't want that to happen, but like, hey man, I'm not gonna like give in because what you want I can't do. And I'm just like that's
And the wolf is cool with it
yeah, you know what
because
I'm saying?
the wolf's a warrior.
And that's like
Like that's
it's
how his
like a
mentality was. Yeah.
nobility about him that I feel like just a villain who's out for himself wouldn't have. So do I think I don't maybe he's an amoral person, maybe he's like he I think Loki might turn out to be like a Blackbeard. And you know my theory on Blackbeard, that I don't think Blackbeard is gonna be the pound for pound. I don't think he's gonna be the antagonist of this whole thing. But he is Blackbeard is a Luffy who is willing to just do what he needs to do to get to
Mm.
being the Pirate King or whatever. Luffy has some things he won't do and or do to people, but Blackbeard's like, hey, I gotta be the Pirate King, and this is what I gotta do to get it. And I think Loki might be in that same realm where like on a different day, maybe I wouldn't do this, but like this is the only way I can get to this goal, so I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. Like when you meet him and he's all like, I'm the sun god and I'm going to destroy the world. I'm like, yeah, you really hamming it up. You are a terrible person. Luffy's gonna let you out at some point. Like that's like I was like, this is what the arc is. Like
Yeah,
Luffy's gonna be like, and I let him out. Doo-doo-doo. And like we just figure out what it is. But then when they kept dog, I knew something was up. They kept talking about how bad he was. Like
yeah,
Oda made it a point to be like, yeah, he's bad, y'all. He's bad. And I'm like, look, this person's gonna talk about how bad Loki is, and this person. And then they go straight to the castle and be like, this is Loki's crime scene. He did all of this. And I was just like, yeah, nah,
yeah,
bruh. Look, there's something
yeah.
good
There's
about
just, and
Loki.
like I feel like in One Piece has had those moments like Dressrosa and you know I feel like there's another one where like we've had this like view of a person and view of like who they are and what they've done, and then we get the real picture. And we're like, that makes sense from their point of view why they did those things. And yeah, I think Loki's like that. I'm with you. I don't buy. It's like he's laying it on too thick. He's like, yeah, I'm the sun god, and I'm gonna destroy this world, or blah blah blah. And it's like I don't know. It's just you're laying it on really thick. Like you're chained up. It's almost like he's like, don't don't unchain me. You know, it's like he's like, I don't want you to unchain me, but unchain. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. It's hard to like wrap your head around a little bit.
which tells me that two things will happen. Either one, Loki's going to save the day and become the king of Elbaf, and Harujin's going to be cool with it, or they'll rule it together, something like that. Or two, Loki's going to be a straw hat. And yes, I
Mm.
know pop cult. Every time I meet somebody, I talk about how they're going to be a straw hat, except for the rabbit. I wasn't feeling her.
You weren't feeling
I
carrot.
wasn't
You
feeling
weren't.
Carrot. I wasn't feeling. I was like, nah, she need to go back to the mix. You went Super Saiyan once and y'all just fell in love with her. I was like, nah, bro. She wasn't really doing that much. She wasn't
I
contributing to the squad
I have a
like that.
theory. I think. No, have you ever seen the anime Beastars? I think people who like Beastars wanted Carrot to be on the Straw Hats, and that's all I'm gonna. I'll leave it at that. But I think if you like
You're damn right.
Beastars,
You're gonna leave it at that.
I'll leave it at that. If you really, really like Beastars, you probably wanted Carrot to be a Straw Hat, and I'm just gonna leave it right there.
We will leave it right there. Woo! Yeah. So I just would be curious how it would work. Like I'm curious on what Loki's devil fruit is. And
Yes,
I'm
that's what I
curious
want
on
to
like
know.
if he's clearly not the bad guy, but he's not going to be wanted in Elbath, then he has no home, and that usually falls into being a straw hat. You
And
know what I'm saying?
why is he considered the sun god?
Why does Loki think he's a sun god?
Yeah,
It's a really good question.
you know,
It's a really
like
good question.
I
It might have to
just
deal with whatever his devil fruit is.
do you have a theory on what his devil fruit is?
Nah, I mean, I think if anything, it's whatever it is powerful enough that they can't take him by himself. So he got
But
to be able to
Shanks could
create
take him.
stuff. But Shanks is
Shanks,
Shanks. Shanks is
Shanks
him,
is.
bro. Come on, dog. You know what I'm
I
saying?
I heard the theory, and I wish
Shanks
I remember.
was battling Whitebeard on his boat and walked away.
Granted,
You know what I'm saying? Like, what were we talking about?
that's a
Whitebeard,
geriatric, sick, cancer-ridden Whitebeard, but still.
a giant, a Marine Ford, when Whitebeard jumped off the boat, a giant said enough, swung a sword down, Whitebeard blocked him, and then moved the world.
I know, bull.
And Shanks fought him on his boat
Or
and left.
no, was it did before even him and Whitebeard clash, weren't people like passing out because of his hockey? He's
Shanks was just walking on
just
Whitebeard's
walking,
boat, and everybody was
bringing
passing
liquor
out.
to drink with him. He's like, oh, God.
Yeah, I think like what's his number one, the Phoenix, whatever.
Marco.
Marco. Marco was like, here comes Shanks. Yeah, using his hockey to pass folks out.
He's
Everybody
like,
else
oh, the new
passing out.
guy's passing out. Oh God. Um,
So yeah,
I heard a theory, and I wish I remember who this person was on YouTube. They think Loki's devil fruit is the power to copy other devil fruits.
that would be amazing. That would be amazing, and it would make
So,
me want him to be a bad guy because him and Luffy, oh, goodness gracious.
so let me ask you this. Well, no, because I was like, is he even a giant? But yeah, he is a giant. Because he's the son. I mean, Loki's so interesting because it's like like why did Shanks fight you? Why are you locked up? Why does Elbaf hate you? Like, did you really do all these things? And if you're that bad, why don't they just kill you? Like, why are you still hanging around? You know what I'm saying? I feel like Oda's just gonna blow our minds when it comes to
Absolutely. That Loki flashback, bruh.
the Loki
So we're
flashback is gonna
either
be crazy.
we're either I'm curious on what your thoughts are. We could get two, but we're gonna get a flashback. Every island has a flashback.
Yeah, definitely.
My assumption is we're gonna get a Loki flashback, and that's going to be amazing. But I have a strong suspicion we're gonna get a Shanks flashback, which would
Like like a
answer
like a
all
young
of God
Shanks.
Valley. No, 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 no. Like we're gonna learn about Shanks' lineage, how he ended up on Gold Roger's boat. Like we're gonna finish God Valley. That's
Okay.
what my assumption is. So we might get two, or I think it's gonna be one or the other.
Yeah, that's really interesting because I thought like after this chapter, and we're gonna get to like the big reveal,
Hmm.
but after this chapter, do you think what Roger whispered to Shanks was that you have a brother out there somewhere? Or because we debated this, like what did Roger tell Shanks that like made him so upset? And I used to think it was like I'm not your dad or I don't know, but like now it means like you have a brother out there and you're a celestial dragon. I don't know. I don't know.
It was probably something like your family still, like maybe like your mom passed away.
Yeah.
Your family's still alive, but your mom passed away. They chose not to look for you.
Yeah.
Something like that. Or he told him, he's like, I'm not your son. I'm not your dad. Like,
Yeah.
and yeah, that's probably, I honestly thought I'm not your dad was what he said. And
That's what
that
I was
messed Shanks
thinking.
up. Yeah.
But after this chapter, and I guess we could just get into it,
Yeah.
with the big reveal. So in
Bro,
this
I have so many questions about this. I
so
have so
so
many thoughts about this, but
So
go
in this
ahead.
in this latest chapter, to give some context, we Robin, meets Jaguar. The Straw Hats let her have her reunion, and Jaguar takes her to this library, and they're having a big celebration. Luffy has already met Loki, talked to Loki, and he's gone. But Loki gets two mass visitors, one man, one woman. We don't know who these people are. Come to find out, one of these people. And to be fair, Nels, it has not been confirmed this person is Shanks's brother, but one of these people looks exactly like Shanks.
Bar for bar, line for
Looks
line.
just like him, but he has
Yes.
he has two arms.
He has two arms
And
and
his
no
name
three
is
scars.
what's his name? Shamrock
Fingerlin Shamrock.
Fingerland Shamrock.
And what it says is that he is a world noble. He is the captain of the God Knights, and he is Fingerling Garland's son.
Who is the newest member of the Gorosei, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
After I forget which one. After Emu killed killed the one who the crab one. I forget his name.
Yeah. Jupiter, Mercury, Saturn, one of them.
Pick a planet. But
Pick
no,
a
he
planet, one of
yeah.
them.
And now Fingerland is now that Gorosei member.
Yeah.
What do
And
you make
so
of
his
this?
son took over the God Knights thing.
Yeah.
What do I make up from where, brother? Where do you want me to start? What do you Yeah, what do you mean? You gotta give me something. Give me something more specific. Where do I go from this?
I
Oda's a
mean,
madman. That's where I go from this.
is this Shank's brother? Is this a clone? Because we've clearly seen in Egghead with the Seraphim, there is cloning technology. Is this Shank's twin brother?
I will answer your question, and then I have another question for you. I think it's some man in the iron mask type stuff. I
Okay.
think Garling had twins,
Mm-hmm.
and either he was the only one that knew, or the nurse maid was the only one that knew. And they're like, if he finds out that he has identical twins, he's gonna kill one of them or like make them fight to death or something like that. And Shamrock was raised and Shanks was locked up. I think that's what happened. Cause like, why else would no? Cause here's the question that I'm gonna ask you. Bruh, you're telling me you're a world noble. You see the if you've been a world noble for a minute, you've seen Fingerling Garling like raise up the ranks. So you seen him when he was young and good looking. You see him all the way get old. And now you see one of the biggest, baddest pirates who was on Gold Roger's boat, looks just like him. And then you see the other, his son, grown up, and it's literally him. It's like you're looking, it's like, no, they're the same person. They
Yeah.
even have stubble, like a stubble goatee, the same way. It's like, okay, that's your kid, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know that's your kid, right? Or they cloned him or something. But like, I'm trying to
So
figure out how that's going down.
so
How
you're
come?
saying he consciously gave Shanks up?
Yes,
I mean, eh, I guess it makes sense. Yeah, because Shanks was found by the Roger crew,
in God
um,
Valley.
on God Valley.
They never said how he found him.
How
Like I
or
think he just
why?
showed up on the boat, right?
Yeah.
And what if he had a little baby mask? That's what I think.
I I don't even know where to go with this, man, because it's like I don't know. Like if you're a noble, why give up your son, even if they're twins? Or is there a rule that you can only have one, or maybe
Probably.
Shank's
Have
mom?
we ever met any twins in this story?
No,
Maybe,
but there's
maybe
precedent. There's precedent. I
Frankie's
think.
homegirls.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, they might have been just like they, in One Piece, every woman is Nami, but like
They
different.
literally all look the same.
but
Yes. Yeah.
but maybe there's a little precedence here because like with Sanji's mom and not wanting him to be a part of that world, and maybe Shanks' mom didn't want him to be. But why one son? Why only one?
Because Garling saw that she was pregnant and expected a child.
And
And
she
she was
didn't
like, well,
know
let
that
me
she
just
had
give one.
twins.
Yeah. Let me just give him one. I'll sacrifice
Mm.
Shamrock and I'll keep Shanks. You know what I'm saying?
So stupid question here, but you gotta think. Shamrock probably knows that Shanks is his brother.
Has to, right?
Does Shanks know about Shamrock though?
I think they both know about each other. How they probably never met, never talked, maybe talked once. That would be a great flashback. And they were just like, well, we exist. We're
Hmm.
brothers. Will you ever consider being a pirate? No. Would you ever consider being a god knight? No. Okay. Next time we see each other, only
It's the
one of us is
ones.
walking away.
Yeah, yeah.
Great. Bye. They probably, I'm sure they had like a chill convo like that. Like, all right, I just wanted to know you were real. We're clearly brothers, and we won't ever talk again.
That's wild, man.
Because they have to know.
Hmm.
You are a big badass in the God Knights and eventually become the captain of the God Knights. And you're one of the top
Well,
pirates in the world.
let me throw this at
And
you.
y'all look exactly alike.
I think it's clear that the world of pirates are known amongst the common man. I think there's no one in the world of One Piece who doesn't know who the four Yonkos are, right?
Yes.
I don't think the same thing can be said on like the Holy Knights and the Gorosei and the top officials in the world government.
True. True. But the the celestial dragons know about the pirates, right? I'm assuming they know about the pirates. And so they're
Yeah.
gonna know the Yonkos, and they're
No,
gonna know that one of the Yonkos looks like one of their
so what I'm
what is
saying
it? Like
is,
the equivalent of like the president of the SWAT team. You know what I'm saying? Like
so what I'm
they're
saying
gonna
is,
know that.
Shamrock might know about Shank's existence,
Yes.
but you could say Shanks doesn't know about Shamrock's existence.
I think there's a
Or
good chance that Shank doesn't know about Shamrock, but I also think they met before. Because it kind
okay,
of just I feel like if Shamrock, I don't know jack about Shamrock, but I'm like that guy has my face. I'm
yeah.
going to go. I'm going to go talk to him. He has my face. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, let me throw something at you. I'm gonna
and he can teleport.
the
He has the
Oda
power
the
to teleport.
here's why I'm even bringing this up because Oda is a bad man and I'm trying to keep up. Okay, you know the flashback when Shanks, who we thought was Shanks, visits the Gorosei and it's like I want to talk to you about a pirate that I know. Okay, why does Shamrock have the same facial hair and like kind of hair length of Shanks? He's his own man, he's his own person. Why look like you don't have to look like your twin brother? You could have short hair. All right, what I'm getting at is if Shanks doesn't know about his twin brother, but the Holy Knights and whatever know about Shanks, maybe I have you look like your twin brother for just in case I need you to act like your twin brother. Maybe the Holy Knights need Shamrock to look like Shanks, to act like Shanks in certain situations. Maybe there's been times in the world of One Piece where we thought Shanks was doing something and it was Shamrock.
They are not that afraid of Shanks to do all that work
No, no,
for
no.
Shanks.
But what I'm saying is, if Shanks doesn't know he has a twin brother, that is an ace up your sleeve.
Absolutely.
So
But
it
they're
makes sense
not
for
thinking
me.
about Shanks like that. You know what I'm
But he is
saying?
a Yonko of the sea. If I have a person who looks like the Yonko of the sea, who may be as strong as him and can prove it in certain situations, why wouldn't I have him has his appearance match that person's?
Because Shanks isn't a threat to them. Because Shanks has constantly, like, they're like, Shanks doesn't want the world. We don't have to worry about him. They're worried about Whitebeard because Whitebeard could move the world. So they're worried about Whitebeard and they're worried about like I forgot who
I'm gonna
else.
I'm gonna
They're
push
worried about
back.
Luffy. You know
I'm
what I'm
gonna
saying?
push
So
back a little bit on you
okay, okay.
because clearly I think with Shanks they're like he's not being proactive, but we know what time it is. Shanks came to Marine Ford, dog, after all that, after Whitebeard, after Oars, after you know what I'm saying? And Shanks was like, everyone go home. And they all were like, it's time to go home. Let's wrap it up. It's been a long war, but let's you know what I'm saying? So they know what time it is with Shanks. So I think they know what threat they could have. They just he's just a chill person. And as far as we know, the world government doesn't know because we saw Shanks when Shanks talks to Beckman. He's like, "I think it's time to go get the One Piece."
Yeah.
As far as we know, the world government might think Shanks is content with his region of the world being a Yonko.
Yeah. I mean, until now, but because Buggy said Shanks is making moves towards getting the One Piece. So it might be kind of known to the world now that Shanks
True,
is
true.
going after the One Piece. But for like the past what 3, 4, 5, 10 years. When he meet Luffy? When he was like
It's been
10?
what? Yeah, 10 years. Luffy's seven, well, 19 now. So yeah, about 10 years.
About 9, 10 years.
Yeah,
10,
and
who
granted,
knows?
like, and I know I'm just trying to like conjure up theories and ideas. I think Shanks is way too smart to not know he has a twin.
They know, bruh.
Yeah,
They've
they know.
met. They've met. And they've talked about it. And they're like, huh, okay. I think Shamrock looks like Shanks because you his hair is luxurious, right? Like it's a lot longer than Shanks.
Luscious
Luxur
locks.
it's very like Beauty in the Beast, but the Beast is human, like just luxurious.
At the end,
You
when he
know?
becomes a human,
Yes. It's just flowing. So I think when he has the hood on, which I
yeah,
guess is part of the fit for the God Knights, like you can only see like some of the strands
yeah,
of his locks there. So, but like, dude, it was clearly Shamrock talking to the
the
elders.
Gorosei. Yeah,
It wasn't Shanks,
it wasn't
which
Shanks.
takes every theory out there about Shanks being the villain
Yeah,
out of the picture.
yeah,
It's
definitely.
completely gone now because we've confirmed that that wasn't Shanks. And once you do that, what else ties into the fact that Shanks could be a villain? Nothing else. It's
Yeah,
literally that scene.
the
And that's
only, the
gone now.
only, the Shanks being a villain is off the table, but I don't think that Shanks being a antagonist to Luffy is off the table because
Mm.
why Luffy might want to find the One Piece and why Shanks might need the One Piece might be opposing views.
Mm.
Because what was it? Shanks was going to go to Elbath, but Buggy got sick and he stayed with Buggy, correct?
Shanks was gonna go
Not
to
Elbath, I'm sorry. Laugh Tale.
Laugh Tale. Yeah.
Laugh Tale. But he stayed with Buggy because Buggy got sick, right?
Yep.
So and then Roger whispered to him, and I just I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's off the table that Shanks and Luffy still have a clash. Now I'm not saying Shanks is a villain, but I think they might have opposing views of like why we need the One Piece, what the One Piece is, and why we need to get it, and why I need it versus Luffy's idea.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think his reason for the One Piece is?
I
That
don't
Luffy
know.
would not be okay with it.
I don't think that Luffy wouldn't be okay with it. It's just not what he would do with it or what he wants with it. You know what I mean? I don't think whatever Shank wants the One Piece for, I don't think Luffy's gonna be like, no, that's horrible. How could you? He's gonna be like, no, I need the One Piece because of this, or we need to do this. I think there's just gonna be an opposing.
You complicating Luffy, dog. Luffy wants to be the king of the pirates. He's done told us from the jippity jump. And if anybody's in his way, that is literally the only reason it needs to be. So if Shanks just wants to say, I want to be king of the pirates, or I want to get the One Piece before you, Luffy, Luffy's gonna be like, well, we gotta throw hands. It could
True,
literally be that.
true. I
You
think it's
know?
gonna be that simple, but I think with everything that's happened, like with Wano, Luffy said before that like they're pirates, they're not heroes, they're not,
Yeah.
you know, they're to save everyone. But I think Wano changed Luffy, and when he saw how people were living, and he said, "I want to live in I want to make this a land where people eat as much as they want. This is my friend's country." It wasn't about being. It was about being the king of the pirates, but like when he walked past Big Mom and Kaido, he was thinking about his friendship and his what he owed to people and what he was going to do for people more than just him being the king of the pirates. So I think Luffy's wants and what he strives for is slowly changing in front of us.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
Hmm.
I'm by no means am I saying you're wrong. But in Luffy's mind, in order to be king of the pirates, if you want to be the man, you have to beat the man. So it's
True.
not just about getting to Laugh Tale. He has to be all four Yonkos. He needs to be King Diggling, like in his mind. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
when someone was like I think he was like, yeah, he was telling Law, he's like, yeah, I'm not fighting Shanks yet, but I am gonna fight Shanks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, I think it's just that simple. Like he's like,
No,
nah,
it
I'm
very
gonna
well
come from
could be,
there.
man. If I we know Oda. We
Yep.
don't know Oda. We think we know Oda. There's got to be a
That's
reason
his
why.
game for the past 25 years. It's like you
Yeah,
think you know
you
me.
think you know me, but there's got to be because like there's been moments where like Shanks has stepped in to intentionally or unintentionally help Luffy. Again, we we say this all the time, and we haven't got an answer. But he stopped Kaido from going to Marineford. And like, what does that mean?
What does that
How?
mean?
What is that? Was he like,
How?
nah, bruh, sit down? Did they clash?
How Kaido Kaido has fell from the sky and landed on islands for fun because he just wants to feel something. You know
Because
what I'm saying?
he wanted to
And Shanks
die.
stopped him. It's like, hey, no, you're not going there. I'm stopping you. What is that? What
What does
is
that
that?
even mean? What?
That man is a
God.
dragon. How? How did you just stop him? He shoots fire. How did you stop him, Shakes?
And
Hockey,
so
whatever that hockey is
it's
potent.
crazy. It's
It's a
crazy.
potent hockey. Yeah.
So I think it has a lot to do with Elbath, but then I want to get into Elbath with it because Shanks clearly has a tie to Elbath. They
Hmm.
know him, they respect him, and I think Elbath has a big part to play in this whole world. What do I mean by that? I think that a lot of the structure of the world, the genetics of this world, it started with Elbath. In the world of One Piece, we have a lot of tall people for no reason. 13 feet, 10 feet tall people. Kaido, Yamato is tall.
Mm.
Whitebeard is crazy.
Whitebeard.
Dom Flamingo. I think at one point there was a mass, not exodus of Elbath, but just a migration of Elbathians over what we know now as the
Mm.
Red Line. And Oda, I feel like Oda's always pulling from Vivical, but like the what is it, the Nephrim? No, what was it in the Bible? The oh man, I can't. Well, anyway, I think like a lot of the giants just spread out and made it with regular people, and that's how we're getting these really like differently shaped tall people in One Piece. And so I think there's a lot of giant lineage and a lot of like Elbaf history that has to do with this world. I mean, just look at Big Mom. She's like what, like 20 feet
Yeah,
tall or so?
I'm convinced Big Mom is whatever the same thing Kuma is. Buccaneer.
Buccaneer. But then even like, what's to say Buccaneers don't have giant lineage in
They
them?
might. They probably
Buccan
do.
for all we know, Buccaneers are like giants that like got with what is King? A what are the
Lunarian
a
or whatever.
Lunarian, and now that's a Buccaneer. You know what I'm saying? So I think if this was a world of like multiverses, I think Elbath is like the prime universe. And why I say that is because even like in the Egghead arc with the flashback with the what was his name? Emmet, the giant.
Emmett,
Um
yeah.
he is a giant robot. He has horns. We find out that like the elder ancient giants had horns like oars. I'm
The
like, this
horse, yeah.
can't be all coincidence. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like Elbath
Yeah.
might the ancient kingdom might have been a giant kingdom.
Maybe. Maybe. I think it would explain why there are so many ridiculously tall people.
Hmm.
And that would be helpful to know why is this man as tall as a bus? And Luffy's me. Luffy is
Luffy's
regular.
me.
And but that guy there is just tall as a bus for no reason. It would
It
it would
just it
that
it
would
just
help a
doesn't make
lot.
any sense. Like Doflamingo is huge. Who else?
They got
Homeboy.
shacks. There's
Yeah,
there's
there's
just
just
shacks
Shaq's
running
what for no
around.
reason. There's Yao Ming's for no reason. Garp, I mean Garp's not huge, but he's tall. But all the admirals. Homeboy, who is the warden at Impel Down.
Yeah,
There's just huge people
huge.
walking around.
Just
Even
tall.
even Gecko Moria is just tall,
Big
big for
for
no
no
reason.
reason. For no
So that's
reason.
why I think Elbath is just like I really do think that the ancient kingdom might have been a giant kingdom. I think Elbaf might be the prime world of this world of One Piece.
So you think Elbaf is the ancient kingdom?
I'm not saying that Elbaf is the ancient kingdom. I'm saying it wouldn't surprise me if the ancient kingdom they were also giants.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
That would be intriguing. That would be intriguing. I think there is a big deal about those horns and how the king removed those horns, and we must have missed it. Like
Yeah.
Oda dropped something, and I'm talking the collective we. Oda dropped something with those horns, and we have all missed it. But there is something about
Yeah.
the horns, oars, and this whole story that we just phew, just like, yeah, and the king took his horns out. Oh, he had horns? That was cool. Yeah, it's the ancient war. Oh, okay. Phew, and we just kept it
Cuz
moving. But
let
there
me
was
ask you
something
this.
there.
We never conform no one ever calls Oars or like his dad giants, do they?
They
Okay.
call them like ancient something.
Yeah. They both have horns. The robot has horns. I mean, I feel like it's
Maybe
not a
they're
co
just giants.
but I feel like it's not a coincidence that they call them ogres, but I feel like it's not a coincidence that Kaido has horns.
Yeah.
Black Maria has horns.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like you know how in America the indigenous population, a lot of like indigenous Central American nations, they look almost Native American. I feel
Hmm.
like that's what we're seeing with the Giants of Elbaf. Like the Giants migrated. They were the first man. The Giants were the first man, the
Mm.
first people. And before the red line flooded, they spread through whatever you want to call the One Piece world before the it became the red line. And they met other nations, other people. Look at the fishmen. You have giant mermaids and mer people and then you have regular sized ones. Like it
Yeah.
can't it
Yeah.
can't be an accident.
Yeah. It makes sense. I ain't even go. It makes a lot of sense. It's better than just random, just random sizes, which easily could be the case. Knowing
or
Oda, that's
or
probably what
Oda
he
could
did.
just like drawing big people and we could just be talking out of our asses. Who knows?
That's I like your version because it gives me some logic. Oda could be like, "Nah."
I just like drawing tall
He
people.
could end this story and give no explanation for why some people are ridiculously tall or short, and be like, it wasn't important, and we would still call it the greatest story ever.
Yeah. But but clearly we learned that the world government I think like the world government has always wanted to tap into the power. And when I say the power, I think the people of Elbath, and they
Yes,
for whatever reason they have not been able to. I think we got a glimpse of it at at Annie's lobby. They lied to the giants to get. They want giants. They had
yes,
oars. You know what I'm saying? Like they want giants on their side, and for whatever reason, the world government has not been able to harness the power of Elbath.
yeah, and I wonder why, because it's been 6 years since Loki like did what he did to his dad. So were they just like shook from the original king? Was like why did was it Shanks that they were afraid of? Like what was the reason and why is now the time for them to be like, nope, we need to get Elbaf once and for all? Like that's really what I've been wondering about since reading the chapter. It's like you want Elbaf really badly. Why?
Yeah,
You want Loki in particular, and like why? You are saying now is the time. Why? After
I
however many years of Elbaf never being a part of the world government. It's
I don't
fascinating.
I don't think this is I don't have the answer. I'm just pulling this out of my head. But I think Luffy liberating Wano triggered something.
Mm,
I think Luffy liberating Wano has done something and caused a train reaction that we yet realize what it means. Because think about like once Luffy beat Kaido and Big Mom and all that, Green Bull was beelining for Wano to kill the Straw Hats
immediately. Yeah.
immediately, right?
Immediately they sent Greenville to kill the Straw Hats.
They weren't
Kill
even.
everybody.
They
It was
weren't
like, no,
even.
kill
It
them
wasn't
all.
even like the next day. He's like checking in. I'm almost at Wano. I'm about to kill the shrine. Like immediately, right? And I just think there's something about Wano that Luffy doesn't realize he did that started this chain reaction. So now the world government is like, okay, you know what? We were going to sit on Elbaf. No, hey, Shamrock, go to Elbaf, get Loki. Like I think there's something about what Luffy did at Wano that has just started all this chain reaction.
Yeah, I guess when Luffy went Gear 5 and they saw that, they're like, holy crap, this man just turned into Nika. This little kid, the little bastard from East Blue. Garp's kid, Garp's grandkid. He unlocked Nika.
Well, I
Like,
that
like, hold up. We gotta like go send one of the admirals to kill him. I gotta go. I gotta go talk to what's Vegapunk. Vegapunk's been messing around. You try to take over Elbaf. We gotta clean up
all right,
house.
everyone's gonna all right, calm down. No one's talking. Calm down. Just shut up. Let me figure it. All right, you go to Egghead. Green Bull, you go straight to Wano.
Go straight to Wano and kill them.
Shut up. Let me figure this out. Shut up. Shut up. All right. Let me think. Let me think.
That's exactly what happened, yo. Lost their mind. They're just like, all right, they were just chilling before. It was like,
Yeah.
oh, the crazy kid from East Blue turned into Nika. We
Well,
we gotta we gotta get ourselves together.
dude, how many years? I mean, do we know? Do we know how long Big Mom and Kaido have been Yonkos compared to Shanks?
Nah, I mean it's probably sometime around God Valley.
Okay. Let's say at the least this has been 10 years of, I'll say, quote unquote, peace.
Hmm.
And two of these Yonkos are now gone. Like, no. Like, no. We gotta nip this in the bud today. And that's why they sent Green Bull.
And they
He's
were
like,
gone at the
they're
same
tired.
time on the same day. And the little crazy kid from East Blue was involved. Like, nah,
Uh-uh.
yo, nope,
He was like,
nope.
they're not, they haven't recovered. Go there tonight. Like, get on your little helicopter thing tonight. And I really do think, and it's like, if I'm the world government, it's like, not only are two Yonkos gone, Nico Robbins in Wano.
Oh,
Wait a
he
minute, Nico Robin is in Wano. Wit, her captain, is the one who has the sun god fruit. No, this has to stop
this needs to stop
immediately.
immediately. They all gotta go. And especially Nico Robin. Especially Robin. She gotta get up and out the paint. You could have started with that.
So yeah, man, I think it's just
They
that's where I
turned
stand. I think
Right,
Elbaf,
that makes so much sense.
yeah,
They turned it up a notch
they
once
just
they
turned it up
saw
too much,
it
too
turned into
much.
Nika. They're like, nah, yo,
Dog,
we gotta
like
wrap this up.
they sent. Well, what are those? What are the dudes with the white masks? They sent their top
Yeah,
agents.
the Cyberpole.
Yeah, they're like, stop this from happening. Whatever happens at Wano, they don't even care about who wins. They're like, he cannot awaken that devil fruit.
And it's the one thing he did.
This is the
the
one thing
one
he did.
the one thing the one thing he was supposed to stop happening. He was like, nah.
So I don't know, man. I'm excited. I I I don't know where Oda is going. I will say this. I'm just having a blast. Is Luffy, are we gonna get a Luffy Loki fight? Or
Yes.
is Loki gonna fight like Zoro or Sanji? Are we gonna get a Loki Luffy fight?
Yes.
Okay.
The answer is yes. We'll either not get a fight. He will fight with the Straw Hats against whoever, or it will be Loki versus Luffy.
Does Loki's bandages over his eyes have to deal with his devil fruit?
Absolutely. Absolutely. My guess
Okay.
is laser vision. You look at the
He's
walls of
Cyclops.
the yes, if you look at the wall, seriously, he has an Odin eye. That's what I think it is. If you look at the
Mm.
walls of the castle, it just looks like lasers and electricity just was all up over there. So that's my guess. He got laser powers.
My final guess is
He a laser man.
what I'm also gonna say. I think Loki's horns are real. I don't think that's just his helmet. I
Oh,
think Loki has horns, and we're gonna have some symbolic story where like his dad rips his horns off and tells Loki he has to wear this helmet to like, because you know how One Piece does. It's gonna be
hmm.
good, but
Yeah.
I think
That
Loki's
backstory is
horns
gonna
are
be
real.
fire.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I think Loki's horns are real.
That would be wild. What if Loki joins the crew? How would that work? It'd have to his devil fruit would have to explain it all.
Yeah,
Or
there's
maybe
definitely
the owl will join them and the owl will
shrink
shrink
him.
and
Yeah,
grow
because
Loki or whatever.
he's definitely too big to get on the Sunny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that his devil fruit has something to do with him shrinking or but you really think Loki's gonna join the crew?
I think everyone will join the crew. You know what I'm saying? I was riding for Vegapunk. Then I was riding for Bonnie. No,
Hey,
I was riding for
what's her
Vegapunk,
name can still join the crew? What's her name? Who's
Bonnie,
in Elbaf with them? The other
Bonnie.
Vegapunk. Yeah.
Oh,
Not Bonnie. The
yeah, whatever. I mean, it's gonna turn back into regular Vegapunk because
yeah.
they brought the body of a copy of the original Vegapunk. That's something I didn't like. I was like, what are we doing?
What are we
He's
doing?
dead.
He died.
It was dramatic.
You got this new sexy Vegapunk. Don't bring the old.
Why are you bringing the old one back? What for what? There's no
Oh,
reason for that.
before we get out of here, a couple things I want to talk about. Two things. I laugh so hard that like Sanji just like he is just losing it in Elbath. He's just like the other dude's like tiny, tiny little things. Sanji's like big women,
Big,
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 large women.
very big women.
I just
So
want to just
big.
just large women,
Large,
just oh
big
just
women.
so no,
No,
but Sanji's
no.
like just step on me, just
No, no,
drop on
no.
me.
Sanji lost it when he found out that the teacher was married to a regular human. He
Yes.
was like, wait,
Wait,
everybody
wait.
shut up.
Everyone
Wait,
stop.
how?
Wait a
How does
minute.
it work?
This can happen because he's like, I might leave the crew and live in Elbaf for the rest of my life.
I need explanation. Tell me how, please. That was a
Hey,
funny moment. That was a
Sanji
funny
likes
moment.
his big women. Dog, remember they were in Fishman Island? And Chopper's like, he's like, don't, Sanji, don't turn around. He's like, Chopper, it's the mermaid princess behind me.
Chopper is like, for the love of God,
Don't turn around. You can't take
please,
it.
you will die.
He's like, I'm sorry, Chopper. It's been real.
Sanji was like, I know you're serious. It must be worth it. It must be that beautiful for you to be like, for the love of God, don't turn around. I must. Just takes it.
Whatever happens, happens. Yo,
And
Sanji.
the man is almost dead for half the arc. Oh my
Yo,
goodness.
Sanji's got a type, dog.
Yeah,
Son,
man. Yeah, it's called
he's
women.
well, but
That's his
yo, but
type.
like women times 10. Like
Yeah.
he is having the time of his life in Elbaf, dog. And then, dude, one, how beautiful was it? The Usopp little like kind of flashback, him realizing he's in Elbath and just like it was really nice. It was a small
I'm
moment,
sorry.
but
We're going back to Sanji real quick. Just real quick. Just real quick. This was also what made it worse is this was also the first like thing he did with women after being on an island for 2 years with no
with men,
women
but
that
no.
looked like women. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like that that he needed that. And that messed him up. Anyways, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
no, you know what's funny? After Wano, like Black Maria, like he low key, Sanji had the time of his life. He only called Robin because he's like, she's gonna kill me, but this is great.
Take your time. Robin,
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 help me!
help
Don't
me.
rush though. Don't rush.
She's like, give me some. Where are you? Where do I
I'm
go? Give me
inside
some
the
direction.
building, Robin.
You'll see.
You'll see.
Just, I'll
I'm
be
next
here.
to the door, Robin. Help me.
No, I will die. But take your
Take
time.
your time, Robin, but help me. Sanji, give me a location. I can see a window.
And and a very angry woman.
Help me, Robin.
That's so funny. So
And
terrible.
dog, and dog, yo, yeah, no, you know what? Sanji likes him big. Cause remember when they were taking like the baths and stuff, and Yamato was like, "I'm bathing with the men." Sanji was like, "Welcome to the crew."
Yeah, bruh. Yeah, bruh. He might
Yo,
have a type.
Sanji, yo, Yamato's like, I identify as a male. I am he, and Sanji's like, "That's fine with me, baby. Welcome to the crew."
That don't mean a thing to me. I could care less. That brother is inclusive. That brother is
Uh,
inclusive
for all the wrong reasons.
for all the wrong reasons, but still
He's the most
very
progressive
inclusive.
person in the red line for all the wrong reasons.
Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. Sanji's terrible, man.
Oh my god.
Anyways, brother, that was that. We
But
didn't even talk about Shamrock.
oh man, no, okay. So real quick, but like yeah, Usopp, like I loved
Mm,
it. It was beautiful. Usopp getting to Elbaf, and then the rumor on the street is a lot of people think, and then we could get into Shamrock real quick. Usopp's gonna have a power up of some sort.
yeah.
And
Some
what do you
people
think
think
about
he's
that?
gonna get Mjolnir, like he's gonna
Yeah.
get an actual hammer. Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense, but I think it's probably not going to be a power up like people think it is because Usopp. I don't think Usopp's going to get a hammer because Usopp is a snot like he's a sniper.
Mm-hmm.
Like his thing is going to be either having a arrow or a crossbow or a slingshot or a gun. It's not going to be a hammer. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not how it
Yeah.
operates. And I don't know if it's going to actually be a power. If Usopp gets a power up, then everyone in the crew's getting a power up. Like they're all going to have a training arc on
Well,
Elbaf.
technically, leading up to this, everyone has had a power up. Frankie has hockey. We saw at the end of
Yes.
Elbath. He has
Uh
armament.
as, assumed. It's assumed he has Haki. Some
Oh, I
people have
thought.
argued that he was just naming Sanji as the person with hockey when he
Oh,
kicked
I
Luffy.
thought all three. Okay, okay. Well,
I do too. I think
okay,
Frankie has hockey, but it's some people have said it's not confirmed
okay. So let's say Frankie has
officially.
hockey. Robin had that demon form.
Yep.
Nami got Zeus.
Yes.
I'm trying to think. I mean, Jinbei's always been that dude. You
Jinbei
know,
don't need
you don't
Jinbei
need.
don't need a power up. He came powered up.
You know, Sanji, his cybernetics or whatever kicked in.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
I mean it makes sense. Usopp might be
What,
next.
hold on. What is Zoro's? What do you think Zoro's
Oh,
power up is?
Zoro's just like he trained with Mihawk. That's his power up. Like he trained with Mihawk and King brought that out of him. Like he
Dog.
don't need no power up.
Dog.
Oh, his conqueror's
Zoro
Haki, if you want to say anything.
it there it is. That's what it
Yeah.
is. Zoro, this is why Zoro's a beast, yo. Zoro didn't have a hard time after he trained with Mihawk up until Wano. That was the first fight.
Yo,
He
no
was
bull.
like,
No,
okay,
he's like, oh, I
I
gotta
gotta
try.
try. And I guess I will show everybody I have Conqueror's Haki. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, no
Like,
bull. No
it wasn't,
bull.
it was easy for he was
God.
breezing.
Dog,
He was
Mihawk must be
breezing through it
that
all.
dude, dude. Mihawk must be nasty work, dog.
And folks might be talking about like, what about Dressrosa? I was like, nah, nah, nah. Understand. All he was having a hard time with the mountain guy because he didn't know where to kill it. He's like, where are you?
Where do I
Killing
kill you?
everything. Where
Once
are
he
you?
found him, it was slight
I was
work, but
done. You know what I'm saying? Like, and whole time that Luffy was at Whole Cake Island, Zoro was getting in trouble in Wano. You know what I'm saying? He
no
didn't have to deal
bull.
with the minks. Like he
Yeah,
he
yeah,
been chilling.
yeah.
There's
That's a
been
good
no hard
point.
fights for Zoro until King.
That's a good point. That's a good point. So I've heard that Loki's gonna get not Loki, Usopp's gonna get a devil fruit that will make him be able to be a giant. I like
I would
that.
like that.
I
I would
would
like
like
that a
that
lot.
because it could see him like chumming with the giants.
Hmm.
I love the idea of a giant Soga King. I I love I need that to happen, dog. I really need that to happen. A giant Soga King, like, but we'll see, we'll see. But yeah, I think Usopp is due for a power up.
Yeah, because Usopp and Chopper are the only two who haven't had a power up yet.
Well, you and I have talked about this. It wouldn't surprise me if if Chopper's Devil Fruit is also a mythical zone.
Oh, that's the direction you're going. What
It
I
wouldn't
I was
surprise
thinking
me.
something different, but go ahead. What?
No, no, I just it's just how One Piece works. It I don't have anything to like lay this foundation on. It wouldn't surprise me if Chopper's also a mythical zone. Also, though, I think Chopper will find a way to. He's going to make a Rumble Ball that's going to give him that whatever that Mink Midnight.
That's
He's going to
that's
give his
yeah, the Super
monster
Saiyan
point.
Mink thing. That's
But
where I
yeah,
thought you were gonna
he's
go
going to do
because I
that to
think
his
that's gonna
monster point, and then it's going to be a problem.
it's gonna be a wrap. He gonna turn into Sonic. He gonna turn into Super Saiyan Sonic.
That werewolf Sonic.
It's gonna be just imagine Chopper. Chopper, Super Saiyan, just killing everything.
Just oh
That's what
god,
that
yeah.
will happen. Yeah.
But we've been talking a lot, man. But Shamrock, man, you want to talk about Shamrock? Like the floor is yours. Like, what do you guys say about this guy?
How Shamrock is if Sham if the assumption is Shamrock is as strong as Shanks, which I do not think is true. I do not think that is true at
Can't
all.
be real. Can't be
No
possible.
way. No way. No way they got somebody on their team that's Shanks. They would have done things differently in the world government if they got a Shanks walking around
Yeah,
now. He's nowhere close to as strong as Shanks, but he's a problem.
yeah.
I'm certain he is a problem, and I just want to know what his agenda is, and is he gonna he's the big bad, and Luffy's gonna fight him, and that will be a phenomenal fight. That will be a phenomenal fight because it would mean Luffy we will fight somebody that he thinks is as strong as Shanks. Or no, we think is as strong as Shanks. And when that fight is over, Luffy's gonna be like, I had a hard time with that guy.
Yeah,
And Shanks is like 4 times stronger than him. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? So that's what I think.
I really don't know, and I know this isn't good for podcasting. I don't know what to make of Shamrock, man. I just
I
it
mean, he only
Oda
said
did
2 lines. It's that's
Oda did it
okay.
again. He did it again.
Mm,
And there's a question I also want to ask you, but it was this blatant thing in front of our faces, and we kind of guessed it, but then like we just like whatever. But he did it
hmm
again. It's like I don't know when Shanks first went when we thought was Shanks went to the Gorosei, we all thought that was Shanks.
Yes.
I didn't hear too many. I don't know me personally. I didn't hear any theories about Shanks having a twin brother until we got later to this point.
Yeah, I heard it like a little bit later after a few movies, but then once they said Fingerling,
Yeah,
Shanks, it was like everybody thought he had a twin.
yeah.
Like there, I
But
heard nothing but theories like that.
until that point, we all just we this collective this community we're just like, what is Shanks doing with the Gorosei? Why is he up in there? Why are they And so that's why I feel like Oda's just so good at that, and we just can't take anything for granted, and we just you think you know, but you have no idea when it comes to Oda. You really
Folks
don't.
thought it was Shanks for years,
For years,
years.
decades. Well, decade. Like,
Mm. Like that man just does stuff like that. Like this is not a healthy relationship. He had y'all thinking it was Shanks for several years, and be like, nah, that's the twin brother. Ha ha.
hey, I've said it before and I'll say it again. There is zero waste in One Piece. Not anything you see in One Piece, hold on to it. Because it might mean the biggest plot point 10 years later.
I'm waiting for Long Ring Long Land to come around and make sense.
We're going to get
Like,
Foxy is going to make a grand return. The Foxy Pirates are going to make a grand return for
like
some
those
reason.
two things, Foxy coming back and being relevant, and the story behind Long Ring Long Land, I'm sure is gonna blow all of our minds. all of our minds. So, but all right, brother. Good chat.
Good stuff.
Good chat. It's going. We will have another One Piece check-in sometime in the future. So thank you, Mark, and thank you, Pop Cult. Thank you for listening. We have a new episode every month. You can find us on all social media at Pop Cult Crew, POPCULTCREW. Become a member of the Pop Cult at our Patreon, where you can find all our full episodes. Don't forget to rate us, review, and subscribe. And as always, join the cult. Peace.
Peace.